Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm very much humbled, I'm very much privileged. I feel very grateful to all of you that you are allowing me to serve you in my own small, humble way in this beautiful temple of Radha Kalachandji. This is a very historic and very wonderful temple started by His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Tamal Krishna Maharaj ki! And Srila Prabhupada himself, his lotus feet have blessed this place. So I'm just a little overwhelmed right now, considering what a historic and what a monumental temple this is, and how much it is giving shelter to thousands and thousands of souls all over the world, not just Dallas, Texas, or not just the United States of America, but so many devotees from all over the world. Thank you so much for having me and giving me an opportunity to serve you all. Hare Krishna. We'll start with a beautiful song that glorifies Krishna in the spiritual world. Would you like to sing with me? Okay, thank you. Here we go. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Kala Chanji Radha Kala Chanji Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Kalachan Ji ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maiya ki jai, Shri Shri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada, Savior of the whole universe, Founder Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada ki Hari Bol, Gaur Premanande. So thank you all for that spirited singing. It all puts us in a very, very proper mood of receiving transcendental knowledge. When Srila Prabhupada first came to the United States, he began with chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let's go back a little bit in time. Srila Prabhupada had just arrived. And he was wandering along, wondering how to introduce this Krishna consciousness to the Western world, which was filled with modes of ignorance and passion. And he was coming with this transcendental message of pure bhakti. And Srila Prabhupada, he met the hippies of United States of America. Now the hippies were not ordinary hippies, they were seekers of truth. They were really searching for something genuine, something that resonated with the deepest call of their hearts, which is the soul, which is who we really are. And so when they met a genuine, holy person, they could understand that here is a person who has something to give them. Now Srila Prabhupada was full of love for everyone and understanding their situation, understanding where they were at, simply gave them this Hare Krishna Mahamantra to chant. It is a gift from the spiritual world. Golo Kera Prema Dhana Hari Nam Sankirtana. He did not introduce rules and regulations at that point, understanding that they needed to first get used to certain way of thinking, believing, hearing, especially hearing Shravanam, the holy name. And that is how this Hare Krishna movement began, with this simple chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, which we are going to say throughout the course of this lecture. The more we chant, the better off we are, because this is a transcendental sound vibration, and it is a calling out to Krishna and Radha, our eternal father and mother, like a cry of a child for its parents. This is the call of the soul, because here we are in this material world. We are actually trapped in this prison house called material world. It may seem to you like, what's this material? I'm not in prison. I'm not in shackles. I'm not wearing chains on my feet. I get to do what I want. But there's birth, there's disease, there's old age, and there's death. And we are inexorably proceeding towards that final call. All of us. And we have done this millions of times. These bodies, we have changed many, many, many times in the material world. Many times we have changed these bodies. So Srila Prabhupada said, this human form of life is the one loophole by which you can get out of the cycle of repeated birth and death. And this is because in the human form of life, we can reconnect with the source of who we are, the Supreme Divine Shri Krishna. And in this age of Kali, now you might ask, what is this age of Kali? So the time moves in cycles. The very first is called Satya Yuga, in which the mode of goodness is predominant. Next comes Treta Yuga, in which the mode of passion is prominent. Then comes Dwapar Yuga, in which the mixed modes of passion and ignorance are prominent. And here we are in Kali Yuga, where the mode of ignorance is super prominent. There is no understanding of who we are. There's no understanding of who is God. There's no understanding of our relationship with Him. There's no understanding of the purpose of life. There is so much atheism, feeling of being lost, anomie, and therefore mental health problems are increasing more and more because we are in the darkness of ignorance. Now Srila Prabhupada is the commander-in-chief of Lord Chaitanya, who has come to dispel the darkness of this age of Kali by introducing us to Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are none other than Krishna and Balaram, come in this age of Kali in their most merciful, most magnanimous, most beneficent, most compassionate, most charitable, most liberal, most benevolent, most generous, most giving, most forgiving, most loving form. Hari Bol. So this is Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Why are they so merciful? Because they don't ask anything. They simply giving love of God by this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya is so merciful to the fallen conditioned souls that he simply gives this holy name everywhere he goes. He doesn't see what's our qualification. He doesn't see how sinful we are, how worthless we are, how disqualified we are. He doesn't care about where we are. He simply wants to give love of God. He has come to garland this whole material world with Krishna Prem, which is pure love of God. How many of you are here for the very first time and have not heard anything about Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda? Please raise your hand. Hare Krishna. Welcome. May I know your name? Deidra. Welcome to the Hare Krishna temple, and we pray that you will have a marvelous time here. Hari Bol. So, when we say, what is this pure love of God? Why should I get love of God? I love my mother, I love my father, I love my husband, I love my children. That's good enough for me. But then how long are they going to be with us? For this lifetime? And then what happens? Where is your soul going to go after this life? Do you know? No. Do you know where you came from? Do you know who was your previous family? Do we have any idea? So this is the temporal nature of this world, which is called the material world. For your information, there is a spiritual world where every word is a song, every step is a dance, every day is a festival, and the joy of loving Krishna is ever increasing. There's only peace and joyfulness, and there's ever increasing happiness in the spiritual world. It might sound very, very, fantastic. How is this possible? Because we are so used to suffering, we cannot understand there's a condition in which we can be joyful eternally. But that is why Srila Prabhupada came to teach us about the spiritual world, which is 3/4 of Krishna's creation. He came to give us this knowledge, and in the Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada said, one should be captivated by this information and want to go there. Who wants to grow old? Does anyone here want to grow old? No. Does anyone want to get diseases? Are you thrilled to get a disease? No. Does anyone want to die? No, we don't. This is because our nature is to be eternal, full of joy, full of bliss, full of peace, full of happiness, and ever-loving service to Krishna in joyfulness. That's our real nature. Sachin, how about we take this off, okay? So then, he's doing Trinadapi Sunichina. Something for me to learn. Yes, I'm perfectly all right. In fact, I'm better off. This way I can see you all nicely. Must be Krishna's arrangement. So, when we hear about the spiritual world, we might think this is fantastic. But there are people who have come down from the spiritual world, the great saints, the great sages, not just in the Hare Krishna tradition. We have Lord Jesus Christ, who came down to teach us love of God. By his example, he came to teach us that there is a spiritual world. There are many rooms in the mansion of my Father. I go there to prepare a room for you, right? So all the messengers of God come with that same message. This is not your home. You do not belong here. You belong in the spiritual world where you can live eternally. Who doesn't want to live eternally in the kingdom of God? Please raise your hands. Who wants to attain that spiritual world? Please raise your hands. Haribol. So there is a very easy, very sweet, very sublime way to enter into that spiritual world, and this is called this Bhakti Yoga movement given mercifully by Srila Prabhupada, who came at the age of 70 years. Will you believe this? Does anyone know how Srila Prabhupada came? He came with nothing in his pocket, knowing not a soul, having no connections, but with the order of his spiritual master to give this Krishna consciousness to the Western world. Srila Prabhupada ki! Yeah. He is the Messiah. He is the messenger of that peace and love that every soul is hankering for in this material world, but which is so polluted by the lower modes that it is very difficult to even understand who we are and what we are meant to do. Srila Prabhupada made it very easy. He said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy, right? Now, this is not an advertising gimmick. This is not a catchy slogan. This is for real. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. It's when you chant Hare Krishna that you actually start connecting with Krishna and you actually begin to feel that spiritual peace which is coming down from the spiritual world. And Lord Chaitanya is mercifully distributing it all over the world. Would you like to sing a song with me? Lord Chaitanya's moon is rising, so it's not at all surprising that we're chanting in the street, telling everyone we meet We're going home. We're going home. Yes, we are on our way back home. And isn't it wonderful to know that we are on the right path? Isn't it wonderful to know that we are not going to keep repeating the cycle of birth and death? Isn't it wonderful to know that we are not lost because the pure devotee of the Lord has come to save us? It is. It is super wonderful. And this is why this age within Kali Yuga is called a golden age. This is called the golden age because this is going to usher in that peace, that joyfulness, that love which exists in the spiritual world. This place is soon going to become like Vaikuntha because this is Lord Chaitanya's plan to inundate the whole world with Krishna consciousness and make every being resonate with who they really are. Loving servitorship of Krishna. This will put an end to all the wars, all the hate, all the strife, all the nonsense that is going on in the world today because it is based on bodily identification, which we are not. Are you your shirt or your pant or your sari or your kurta? No. Similarly, this body is extraneous to our intrinsic nature. Our real nature is pure spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna, and we reconnect with Krishna by this Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now you might ask, oh, I don't know any Sanskrit. I don't know anything of Indian tradition. I don't know how to do it. It doesn't matter. That's the best news ever. Anyone and everyone can take to this chanting of Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and make their lives successful. There is a beautiful shloka. Some of you may not understand Sanskrit, but I'll translate for you because it's purifying to hear the transcendental sound vibration. It goes like this. It's in the 12th canto, chapter 3, verse number 51. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asti hi eko mahan gunaha kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangam param vrajet. My dear king, although this ocean of Kali is full of faults, there is one great quality about this age. Simply by chanting the holy names of Krishna, one can attain freedom from material bondage and attain to the eternal kingdom of God. This is the beauty of this Hare Krishna chant because it will grant you perfection and you can attain the perfection of human life through this process of Bhakti Yoga. Another question you may have is, but I'm not born in India. I'm not, familiar with this culture. It doesn't matter. Your spirit soul and your connection with Krishna is eternal. You cannot not be connected to Krishna. We just forget that because we are so much caught in the bodily identification. But you are never separate from Krishna because you're part and parcel of God, Krishna. In fact, you have the same qualities as Krishna. You are also a transcendental particle of Krishna. You are also eternal. You're also full of knowledge. You're also full of bliss. And you can resonate with that transcendental vibration by this Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when we repose our love in this Krishna consciousness, in Krishna, we find our hearts becoming satisfied and pleased and happy. Why? Because now we are watering the root of the tree. We have reached the point where we are doing the supreme, most worshipful practice of loving and serving Krishna. So when we water the root of the tree, the whole tree is satisfied. Some of us who are born and brought up in India, we think, what about Shiva? What about Ganesh? What about Parvati? What about Lakshmi Devi? What about Saraswati? In my family, we have been doing all this. But now you're telling me worship Krishna? Should I forget everybody else? So I'm here to tell you, don't worry. When Krishna is happy, the whole world is happy. Everyone is satisfied. When we satisfy Krishna, we don't have to separately water every leaf, every fruit, every branch, every twig. When we worship Krishna, everyone is satisfied and happy, and we don't have to worry about what the demigods will think, because they will be pleased when you worship Krishna. Is that all right? Does that bring peace to some Indians' hearts? I get this question sometimes. But what about all the demigods? I've been worshipping them for generations in my family. In my family, we have this Kuladev or that Kuldevi. What about them? Don't worry. Krishna is happy, they'll be happy too. And what's more, you'll be happy too. So, if you have, I don't know how much time I have. Somebody has to cue me in about how much time I have. Huh? We have some time? 30 minutes. Okay. So, for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to relate pastimes relating to the holy name. Would you like to hear the story of Ajamil? How many here already know the story of Ajamil? Raise your hands. Oh, you already know. Well, never mind. It's always nice to hear it again. Everyone likes stories, right? Yeah. So Ajamil, Jai, Shri Shri Radha Kalachan Ji ki Jai. So Ajamil was a young Brahmin boy. He was going about his pujas, his worship. But one day he chanced upon a very titillating sight, let's say, and his mind got polluted. He came back home and he couldn't stop thinking of the prostitute he had seen. Even though he was married to a very beautiful, very deserving, very qualified lady, he rejected her and decided to marry the prostitute and live with her. Now, in order to maintain that prostitute and the 10 children he had with her, he decided to take to all kinds of abominable things like thievery, plundering, looting, gambling, all kinds of abominable sinful activities in order to maintain this lady, and this way he attained the age of 88. By the time he had his 10th child, whom he called Narayan, which is the name of the Lord, this was also Krishna's arrangement and his mercy for him, who was a little toddler 2 years old. He was all the while so much, fond of this little baby boy. He was always saying, Narayan, come here. Narayan, eat this. Narayan, drink this. Come here and play with me. So all the while he was saying the name of Narayan. One day, the agents of death, the Yamadutas, came calling. So Ajamil became very fearful because they were extremely fearsome to see. They had red hair, red eyes, they were black in color, they had fearsome teeth, sharp claws, and they had come to drag his soul out of his sinful body. Because he had committed so many sins, they were going to drag him to hell. Ajamil, seeing them, became very fearful, and he called out to his little son who was playing there, his little toddler baby boy, saying, Narayan! At that moment, he actually remembered the Lord Narayan. The moment he said Lord Narayan, the Vishnu Dutas arrived on the scene. Now the Vishnu Dutas are messengers of Lord Vishnu. And so they came and they said, you cannot touch him. He has said the holy name of Narayan. So he is absolved of all sins of millions of lifetimes. Hari Bol! And he has become pure. So you cannot take his soul to the hellish worlds because his sins have all been nullified simply by chanting one holy name. Now, Ajamil is on the bed. He is not yet fully dead because his soul is still in his body and he's unconscious. But on the soul level, he's conscious. He's hearing all this conversation. He's filled with fear what is happening. And there ensues a very interesting conversation, which you can read in Srimad Bhagavatam, between the messengers of Lord Vishnu and the Yamadutas. And finally, the Yamadutas leave, leaving Ajamil alone. Ajamil has the awakening of his life. He immediately decides to take to Krishna consciousness, goes to Haridwar, makes his life perfect, and a celestial airplane comes down to take him back to the spiritual world. So this is the power of one holy name. So imagine if we chant with faith, if we chant with love and devotion,
what can happen or what can not happen. Anything is possible when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So therefore, we are all encouraged to chant the holy name of God, Krishna, because Srila Prabhupada said, this is a transcendental vibration which is not coming from the material platform. It is coming from the spiritual platform, and it helps us to reawaken our loving connection with Krishna. Another instance Srila Prabhupada gave was of a Muslim man. He was going about, and his business, but he happened to enter near a forest where a boar attacked this man. This boar attacked him so severely that he was grievously and fatally wounded. As he was dying, he said, Haram, Haram, which is like, something bad has happened. But he said the words of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is Hare Rama. Even though he said Haram, he went back to the spiritual world. So imagine if we chant the holy name nicely, what is possible? Anything is possible. In the sense that we will go back to the spirit. Not anything is possible. I take that back. What I meant was that most miraculous things can happen because our hearts will be purified. We will give up the lower modes. We will give up lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, envy, and we will see all of God's creation as our family. Every living entity is a precious child of God. That is why Hare Krishnas do not kill animals for food. We believe in non-violence towards all of God's creation, and that's why we eat pure vegetarian food, which is lovingly offered to Krishna. You see what is happening over here? We prepare foodstuffs with love and devotion, and then we offer it to Krishna with tulsi leaves placed on it, because tulsi is very dear to Krishna. And when Krishna takes the bhog, then it becomes prasadam. It becomes pure, sanctified food. And when we honor that prasadam, we get purified. We get completely free of all these lower modes of lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, envy, and we become more and more situated in our natural state of loving one another. Now we all talk about universal peace and brotherhood, right? How can there be universal peace and brotherhood if I'm hating you? You're Pakistani, you're Muslim, you're Christian, you're jihadi, you're this, you're that, you're black, you're white. Based on the body, there will always be discord, disagreement, conflict, hate. All these things will go on. But if I see you as spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna, I see myself as spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna, then we are all united on one platform, isn't it? So this is the platform of unity. This is the platform of real peace and unity. And Prabhupada therefore said, this ISKCON is the real United Nations. Now just take a look around this room. How many different nationalities are here? We have Americans, we have Indians, we have Chinese maybe, we have Russians, we have different varieties of people from different walks of life, different ethnicities, different genders, and so on. But here we are, all united in this place, trying to remember Krishna, trying to worship Krishna, trying to chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the platform of peace and universal brotherhood. This Hare Krishna movement will save the world in its darkest hour. Srila Prabhupada said, historians will note that this Hare Krishna movement will save the world in its darkest hour because it is giving pure knowledge of the spirit soul to the whole world. This darkness of ignorance can only be dispelled by the light of knowledge. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya. What is the meaning of this? Asatoma Satgamaya. Give up illusion, come to the truth. Give up tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Give up the darkness of ignorance and come into the light of real knowledge. Give up the cycle of birth and death and come to eternal life. So, the message of the Gita is here to tell us that you can go back home, back to Godhead by following this process of Bhakti Yoga very nicely. And Srila Prabhupada has come to teach us that however unworthy we are, however undeserving we may think we are, however sinful we are, we can take to this process simply by chanting Hare Krishna and make our lives successful. So, I don't know how many minutes, again, I did remember that we have a lot of time. I'm used to giving very short classes and leaving more time for questions and answers. So maybe we can stop here and open up for questions and answers. Is that all right? Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you all so very much for listening patiently. To be honest with you, I'm not qualified to give class here because great stalwart devotees have given class. But I'm humbly following the order of my Guru Maharaj who has asked me to do preaching. I am like a little ant who knows very little. I only know how to chant Hare Krishna. So that's all I can say. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. We can open up for questions, comments, sharing, corrections. Deirdre.
Just for some clarity.
Can you please speak into the microphone?
Yes, I just have a question for clarity. I've been reading up on the Hare Krishna movement, and I don't want to mispronounce the name of the deity.
Srila Prabhupada.
Srila
Prabhupada. Yes.
Yes, that is Krishna.
No, he's a messenger from Krishna.
So the deity from the Joy Festival.
That was Lord Jagannath.
That's who I was talking about. Is that Krishna?
Yes.
That is, and Krishna is considered the Godhead, correct? The creator of all, right?
Yes.
The creator of all, even Lord Shiva and Jesus Christ, and manifested himself into these beings, correct?
Yes.
To spread the message of the creator that we are all one, and it's really all just love, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to just have some clarity on that because thank you so much.
Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead from whom all the incarnations come. Krishna himself says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. Everything emanates from me, and the wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So Krishna is declaring that everything comes from him, and from him come what we call Shaktyavesh avatars. Jesus Christ is considered a Shaktyavesh avatar, empowered emissary of God, the Son of God, who has come to preach the message of God consciousness and take us back to the Father. Srila Prabhupada would say, Jesus Christ is Krista, Father God is Krishna. You're welcome. Yes.
So how do I overcome negative emotions like anger, jealousy, and fear?
Good question. Yeah, we are coming into this life with many, many lifetimes of going through many things which can leave scars, wounds, negative emotions which we are carrying. Remember, we changed the body, but the same mind is following us life after life after life. And it's the repository of hates, likes, pet peeves, pet dislikes, aversions, attachments, desires, dislikes, and so on. So negative emotions will arise in us from time to time. We may feel jealous, we may feel anger, we may feel hatred, but all these emotions are to be purified through the, first and foremost, we must engage in the practice of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We must refrain from the 4 sinful activities, that is illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. We must read the holy scriptures. We must hear from the pure devotees of the Lord, the messages of Godhead, and we must allow ourselves to be in the devotional energy of the Lord by engaging in what is called devotional service. That is the whole package. When we do that, slowly our hearts will get purified of all these negative emotions. Then we would like you to have what is called a mentor, someone who is like a guide, someone who is there to help you through these difficult times and these difficult emotions. They will go into what makes you angry, what triggers you. Is this the situation that is causing you to get angry? Is this what's making you feel jealous? And so they will reassure you that these are what on the journey we are going to have to deal with, what these are called anarthas or unwanted things in the heart. And we are meant to overcome them in order to come to our real nature, which is pure and blissful. So negative energies are not to be denied. We can't live in denial forever. We have to come face to face with them and deal with them. But this will require conversations with your mentor to come to what is the root of the problem. And through that, plus the process of bhakti yoga, you will be able to overcome negative emotions. There's no one t-shirt fits all, you know. I may get triggered or angry because maybe I had an abusive childhood. And that may again be a trigger for something coming from previous lifetime. What makes me angry is unique for me. It may not make, that same situation may not make someone else angry. So we need to go to the root cause and pull it out by the root, so it no longer comes to trouble us again and again.
So basically it's a self-awareness.
So yes, increasing our self-awareness, becoming emotionally intelligent, understanding our emotions. Because remember, emotions play a big role in our dealings with others. If you're getting triggered, if you're getting angry for little things, where is that coming from? Why am I getting so angry? How can I overcome this anger? Because I don't want to be angry with everyone around me, because anger pollutes us ultimately. It hurts us. It's like having acid, you know, inside you. It burns you up. So yes, we need to work on all those things. Thank you. Nice question. So this is Deirdre. May I know your name? Haribol? What's your name, please? Sandeep ji. Nice question, Sandeep. Maybe you can tell us your name?
Hi, my name is Abhishek.
Abhishek. Hare Krishna, Abhishek ji.
Hare Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a question which I usually get mostly from my friends.
Uh-huh.
So I used to eat non-veg. I've left it like long back, around 15, 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
They point blank ask me like, okay, you have left it on your own, but if we are also eating non-veg, we are killing animals. You are eating vegetarian, you are killing plants. How is it different? Yes,
yeah. Yeah, we get this question too. You're killing the plants, you're killing the baby potatoes by taking them out of the ground. How cruel is that, etc., etc. See, every creature has a prescribed diet. The tiger doesn't eat grass. He is given his deer and whatever antelope, whatever he eats. That is prescribed by nature. He is not committing any sin, because that's his propensity to pounce on prey and tear them apart and eat flesh. Similarly, an elephant eats grass, because that's his prescribed diet. Similarly, we in the human form of life are meant to eat plant-based food. We are herbivores. Look at our dental structure. Do we have sharp curved fangs? No. We have small canines. We have molars. And we have incisor teeth that are meant to just chew on food that is plant-based. So even scientifically, if you look at it, our whole alimentary system, which is the digestive tract, is geared towards eating vegetarian food. So we are not incurring sin, because that is our natural, that is what we are naturally meant to eat. What's more, we offer it first to Krishna, who is the source of that food. We are not just eating food. We are offering it to Krishna, and when Krishna takes that, we are eating the remnants of that food. So it's sanctified food called prasadam. So therefore we are not getting any sinful reaction. Supposing I'm just a vegetarian, I'm still incurring sin because I'm not offering that food to Krishna. And those who eat for personal sense gratification, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 3:13, they verily eat only sin. So it's not enough. We want to be prasadarians, not vegetarians. So you can tell them that I am not committing any sin. This is my prescribed food given by Krishna. I'm offering my food. I'm eating prasadam. So I'm safe. You watch out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek.
We still have some more time if there's any more
Okay.
questions.
Okay. Any more questions from anyone? Any brave souls? The ladies are very shy and quiet. Why aren't the ladies asking? Okay. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yes. So my question is, how do, like as we are in this bhakti platform, do we have to give up the any mental speculations, because bhakti is personal? So if it's personal, it will have my own interpretation, obviously. So I also want to know, should we reject all the impersonalism or the other philosophies if you want to be in this, or we can incorporate?
No, just because we have a personal relationship doesn't mean we indulge in mental speculation, because there's a prescribed process for connecting with Krishna. There's certain things considered favorable for devotional service, some things which are considered unfavorable for devotional service. What is impersonalism? God doesn't have any form. He has no hands. He has no legs. He has no eyes. This is actually offensive, because Krishna is a person. So we reject impersonalism because it is incorrect and offensive.
Sorry, I didn't mean reject impersonalism, but I mean those people who are the philosophers of the consciousness, who speculate on the consciousness. They have some philosophies. So should we reject on that also?
It's best to not go the route which is antithetical to your real nature. You are an individual soul, and that's an eternal fact that will never change. Okay? And you have a loving relationship with Krishna. That's also eternally true. So we encourage you to avoid impersonalism, because that can spoil your bhakti. It can spoil your relationship with Krishna, because you start now thinking things which are offensive to the Lord. You start thinking, speculating about how he's a great white cloud and all light will come out of him and he's not a person. Those are things we want to avoid. The sweetness of bhakti is that we have a personal relationship with Krishna. He likes to have a personal relationship with us. How many of you know Hindi? Raise your hands. Okay. Have you heard of this song? कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं? अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम, राम नारायणम जानकी वल्लभम। कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, शबरी की तरह तुम खिलाते नहीं, शबरी की तरह तुम खिलाते नहीं। What's the meaning of this? Who says God doesn't eat? You don't feed him like Shabri. Shabri was a very great saint. She was a mystic and she was a great worshipper of Lord Ram. She would collect berries in the forest because that's all the forest had. But she was so much devoted to Ram that every day she would go to pluck those berries thinking, today my Lord Ram will come. Today my Lord Ram will come. Today my Lord Ram will come. And she did this for years and years until she became an old ascetic lady waiting for Ram to come. And one day Ram came. And by the time she had got into this habit of taking only the sweet berries, she would just chew a little bit and she would see, oh, this is bitter. No, this is not for Ram. Only the sweet ones are for Ram. So when she offered those berries, they were half-bitten berries to Ram. So Lakshman is shocked. And Lord Ram, with great happiness, he was eating those berries one by one by one by one. Later on, Lakshman said, "My lord, how could you eat those half-bitten berries?" So Lord Ram said, "You saw half-bitten berries. I saw her love and devotion." Hmm? कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who kills demons, he dances like a little boy with the gopis. Huh? He's always dancing, he's always playing, he's always having fun. He's attracted by the love of the gopis. He wants a personal relationship with you. He wants to taste that particular flavor of love in everyone's heart, which is unique. Only you can satisfy Krishna with that flavor of love in your heart. No one else can do that. Huh? That's why each soul has a unique relationship with Krishna. So don't even hear that philosophy, okay? Mayavad Bhashya Suniles Hoi Sarvanash. Don't even go there. Stay away. Okay? Is that all right?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. There's more to this song, but in interest of time, we'll stop here. Otherwise, you will say this Mataji doesn't know anything. She only knows how to sing. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. What's your name? And what is your name, Mataji? What her name? Kritika. Very nice question, Kritika.
My name is Abhay.
Abhay ji. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Abhay.
Krishna. So, Mataji, I want to ask, thank you for your class first. And when we follow this process of, as you mentioned in detail, like we chant the names of Lord and try to follow the regulatory principles, and it's not possible to realize Krishna through our material senses. So
Yes.
when we follow the process, it seems kind of another kind of material thing experience to us, because our senses are maybe not purified. So in your experience, Mataji, what is the process one should follow to be able to realize and experience these things through our
Spiritual
so-called
senses.
spiritual senses?
Yes. See, we have been so contaminated for so many years with our material senses. Atah Shri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grayad indriyai sevan mukhya hi jivado swayam eva spuratyada. No one can understand Krishna's name, fame, form, qualities, pastime by the blunt material senses. Only when one is saturated by the process of bhakti, that means one comes to the pure devotional platform, then we can fully understand Krishna's name, form. But that doesn't mean we should give up. That doesn't mean there isn't a process of gradual realization, because little by little by little, we will get a higher taste. So don't give up. The only rule in Krishna consciousness is never give up. Keep going, because little by little, the material fever will come down. See, this is a medicine. Enechi Oshadi Maya Nasi Baro Lagi Harinam Mahamantra Lao Tumi Magi. So because our tongue is so used to tasting all the things of this world, immediately we won't feel any relish for the holy name. We won't be able to understand what this process is about. We won't be able to have realization of Krishna so quickly. Srila Prabhupada said, God is not such a cheap thing. If you want a diamond, you have to pay the price. So don't get discouraged because it's taking time. Don't get discouraged. Keep going, because you will see that people who have been at it 15, 20, 30 years, they are reaping the benefits, right? So we may be in the process 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. We may not be getting the results, or we not be, but that doesn't mean we should give up. That doesn't mean we should give up, because little by little that material infection will decrease, and we will start beginning to get a higher taste. We'll start relishing chanting. We will start relishing doing devotional service. We will start relishing Harinam Sankirtan. We'll be happy when we take part in all these proceedings, and that will tell us, yes, now I'm getting cured. The physician gives you medicine and you have to take it according to the label, right? Only when you take it correctly, then the result is we are cured. So keep going, don't give up. All right?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anything else? We want to offer our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada's disciples who are here, His Grace Mitrasena Prabhu, and I'm told some other senior devotees. I'm very humbled to be here with you. Thank you for tolerating me and overlooking my immature, amateurish bhakti presentation. I pray that you will be kind enough to forgive me for this very amateurish presentation in your presence. Would you like to say something, Mitrasena Prabhu, to enlighten all of us?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I'm happy that you're sitting there. You did very good.
You're very kind,
But
Prabhu.
when did you come into ISKCON?
I came in 2001 when I was at Penn State. The devotees from Gita Nagari were coming and doing programs on the campus. And that was my first connection with Hare Krishna devotees in a meaningful way.
Oh, you were really young then.
Sorry?
You were very young then.
Oh, no, not so young as you think.
I just met the devotees from Penn State when I was in Rishikesh. Just a few weeks ago. And the devotees heading up the program were bringing a group to Rishikesh, then Vrindavan, taking them to all the holy places. So I can't remember the names right now, but so that's the thing, when you're within ISKCON, you are really in an international group of friends. I have a friend who, his father was managing the Chicago temple back in the 70s. So he grew up in this. He got involved with Amazon early on, and so he's one of the executives with Amazon when they go all over the world with the executives setting things up. Everywhere the other people are asking, okay, should we book a room for you? And I said, no, I got friends here. Whether in Holland, in Africa, China, everywhere he goes, yeah, I got friends there.
Hare Krishna. So there's a Hare Krishna temple in every city and every town, and he doesn't have to book into a hotel. What do you think of that? Haribol! Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Your Grace, Mitrasen Prabhu, for being Srila Prabhupada's disciple and gracing us with your presence. I only know that you're here. Please tell me if any more Srila Prabhupada disciples are here so we can honor them and glorify them too.
I'm traveling with Kalki. He's not in the room right now, so.
Okay.
He spent a lot of time here in Dallas, so most devotees know him.
Okay.
And we're on our way to visit some of our other God brothers that are kind of, you don't see them at temples much. Ganapati Swami, he just goes where other Swamis don't go.
Okay.
So right now he's in the desert in Utah.
Okay.
We're going to go camping with him.
Uh-huh.
He usually sets up a book table at the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
And I traveled with him years ago when I was a brahmachari. We went all over the Midwest, and he's still doing that.
Haribol.
And then some other devotees in California, we're going to go visit old friends. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing your itinerary with us. Would you like to share some Srila Prabhupada pastimes with us? Not really.
Well, I was, let's see, the question about you're killing vegetables. What's the difference between killing animals? And something I heard one of my godbrothers say years ago. So he asked them, do you have a pet? Do you have a pet dog? Okay. Now if I get a knife and I stab a cauliflower and I stab your dog, is that the same thing? And he said sometimes they're just so much into the argument, they say, yes, it's exactly the same thing. And the devotee got real animated. He said, what did you just say? You could be arrested for saying something like that in public. Stabbing a dog, stabbing a cauliflower is the same thing?
Thing.
What are you saying?
Right.
Come on, let's be real.
Right.
And so sometimes people just get into that argument, and if they have pets, that's a really good way of...
Right, right.
Because nobody in their right mind will say anything like that. And if they do say it, you could just step back and say, would you say that in public? Would you say that to your neighbor who has a pet dog?
That's
No,
a very good
of course
way
not.
to... Yes, yes.
So there is a difference.
Right, there is a difference.
Killing a cauliflower or a carrot, I mean, come on. All of a sudden they're so sensitive, like the poor potatoes.
Yes, yes.
They're not sensitive. They're just trying to push their way of thinking on you.
Right.
And you don't have to even argue. You just put that out and just say, if you really believe that, well, good luck living in the world. You're not gonna get very far.
Right, right. Thank you. That's a great preaching strategy, and I've learned something just now. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, would you like to say something? You are all elders to us. You have many years in Krishna consciousness. Please share your wisdom and grace us with your mercy.
Chant Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Well, it's nice to hear from senior devotees because you know so much more than we do, and we would be happy to learn from you.
Nrsimhadev, I'm so sorry, we're running a little bit out
Okay.
of time.
All right. Thank you all so very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Let's all give a great big heart bow to Sridevi Prabhu for such a wonderful class on the holy name. Thank you so much for